Hello, beautiful people. Thank you for tuning in and watching this video. If you do not know me, my name is Sherelle Grant. I am the founder of Brooklyn Muscle. I am a certified personal trainer, certified health coach, and certified life coach. Okay, baby girl, got them certifications. I just don't play. I don't play with it. Okay. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to this video. I really wanted to share this with people who are just starting their fitness and health journey and talk about some of the things that you would need to do in order to really prepare and start your journey. Okay, so if you are interested in watching this video and getting some details and taking some notes, then continue watching this video. So let me just give you a quick background of why I started my business and what inspired me to get into fitness, right? So let's rewind. Okay, let's rewind back quite some time. Let's go back to 2015. So I was in like this crazy, when I say crazy, toxic, abusive relationship. That was like maybe my 5th year in that relationship. But we were on and off, but still, it was just really bad. It was so bad. So bad. Okay. Like, I mean, so bad. Girl, okay, I just did not have the confidence as a young woman. And I just felt like I wasn't capably strong enough as a young woman to just mentally, physically, emotionally, all areas. I just did not feel strong enough. I always felt like I was just this weak young woman. And that relationship just it just took me to a whole nother level. Okay. Like I was so depressed. I was not happy. I was like on the verge of even, I don't want to say I attempted suicide, but the thoughts were going through my head. And then on top of that, I was also finishing up my undergrad at LIU Brooklyn, for my my degree in psychology. And I just was like, just doomed. I was just out of it. But one day I ended up going to the gym with some of my friends. And from that moment on, my life had changed. Like my life changed. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong, things didn't just happen overnight. I didn't start building the strength and the confidence overnight, but being in that gym helped me so much. It was like my safe haven, my escape from all the things that I was going through at that time, all those feelings that I was harboring, the emotions, the stress, the anger, the frustration that I was harboring deep within me. I was releasing it out and letting it out on the gym floor and working out. And from there, I started building my confidence. I started building the strength in me physically and mentally. And I really felt that I was unstoppable. And I never had felt that way before prior to even working out, even when I was dancing all the time or just even growing up wise, I've never, ever in my life felt that way before. And granted, I don't have like one of those stories where I was, bigger in weight size and lost all that weight. No, I don't have that type of story. I've always been small, always had a petite frame, always been very tiny. And I'm about to be 30 years old. And I'm still I still have the same frame, but physically, like my body has changed over the years since I started working out. Like my physique is like crazy to me right now. Like I have curves that I've never even had before. I've never seen before. My thighs are a little bit bigger. Girl got some booty on her now. Okay, like there has been so many changes within me physically and mentally since I've actually started my fitness journey. So my past relationship and the things that I was going through actually inspired me to start my fitness journey and to actually go hard with it, go hard at it, right? So after graduating and getting my psych degree at LIU, and minor in sociology, let me just throw that out there, okay? I actually decided not to go back to pursue my master's just yet. I wanted to get into a personal training school and actually build the skill sets, the knowledge, and the experience to become a certified personal trainer. And that is what I did. I became certified in 2016. And right after becoming not even right after, let's really tell the truth. Right before I got certified, like a month before I got certified, I registered and started my LLC, which is Brooklyn Muscle. So Listen, I was not playing. I said, okay, I know what I want. I know what I want to do. I know what my goals are. I know I am passionate about this. So let me just start it up right away before I get certified. And that actually motivated me even more to make sure that I finish that year strong so I can get my certification like bam, right? So your girl got certified. And since then, I've continued to um, pursue my personal training career, and my business is still here and still standing. So I just want to acknowledge that, and just pat myself on the back and be proud of myself for a moment, because as entrepreneurs we don't get that as much. We don't celebrate ourselves as much as as much as we should. So this is my moment. This is my moment. Okay. But as you can see, I'm excited. I get excited when I talk about my experience, when I talk about my journey, when I talk about my baby, my business, Brooklyn Muscle, because this is something that God had truly put in my heart. And I'm even also thinking about making even more changes as the years go on. So thank you for my supporters and everybody who's been riding out with me. So that's just a quick background story of what got me into fitness and what led me to starting my business, Brooklyn Muscle. But really, what I really want to talk to you guys about is some things that I truly feel are important for anyone who is starting their fitness and health journey, right? And I'm saying this just from a coach perspective. So even if you do not decide to work with a professional on this one, you want to do this on your own, I believe that these tips, the things that I'm about to share with you, the information that I'm about to give to you will be valuable and helpful for you in your journey. So I'm going to give you a little second to take out your notepad or your book, your pen and paper, or just your note in your phone section and start taking some notes, because I'm telling you right now, you're gonna want to take some notes. Pretty much, point blank, period. You're gonna want to take these notes. So go ahead and grab your stuff. I'm gonna take a little sip of my tea because ooh, hmm this is honey ginger tea, by the way. Super good. Drink this every day. All right. So if you are ready, let me know in the comment section and type in ready. Okay, type in ready. Ready, ready, ready. So, okay. So, whenever you are starting any journey, right? Any journey, whether it be your fitness, your health, or a new job, or just something, or a business, whatever it is that you're starting, right? You always want to know why you're starting it. You have to know what your why is, your big why, which is like your motivating factor, right? Your big motivation to doing what you're doing, why you're doing this, right? So you need to identify what your goals are first, right? So identify what your goals are. For example, I have a client who wants to lose 20 pounds, right? She wants to lose 20 pounds. So in her mind, she's like, well, I just want to exercise at least 3 days a week to lose a 20 pounds in 2 months, right? Now, that actually sounds pretty reasonable and realistic, right? To lose 20 pounds in 2 to 3 months is pretty realistic. It's possible, right? And to want to work out 3 times a week makes it even better. That's realistic. If you're working out once a week and expecting to lose 20 pounds in 2 months, 3 months, child, you might as well just sit down and stop wasting your time, because that's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen, girl. It's just not going to happen. The same way it took you time to gain those 20 pounds, it's going to take you a little bit of time to lose those 20 pounds, but you have to actually put in that work and be consistent, right? So identifying what your goals are and making sure that your goals are SMART goals. So if you don't know what SMART goals are, right? SMART goals, there's an acronym for it. And the S stands for specific, right? Being specific about your goals. Measurable. Are your goals measurable, right? Um, the A, what does the A stand for again? Child, I lost my attainable. There we go. So specific, measurable, attainable, right? Realistic, and timely, right? So you want to make sure that you are setting SMART goals for yourself, okay? Before you can even really talk about what your big why is, you need to identify what your goals are and be real specific, realistic about those goals, and then determine what is your big why. Why are you doing fitness. So if I was to ask one of my clients, okay, why do you want to lose 20 pounds? If their reason is, well, I just want to look good. Uh, okay, I understand now. We all want to look good. If that was the case, we all be working out, right? But let's dig a little bit deeper. Why is it that you want to lose 20 pounds, right? I know you want to look good, but what does looking good make you? How does that make you feel? And what if you don't lose that 20 pounds? And what if you don't lose it by the time that you want to lose it? Are you still not going to feel good about yourself? So you need to dig a little bit deeper and figure out why it is that you want to accomplish these goals for yourself. So I have a client who is, on her fitness journey, of course, and she wants to lose weight. She just had a baby a year ago. So she has a little bit of insecurities about the weight that she, built, added onto her body from the pregnancy and even after the pregnancy. So she's just like, really, Sherelle, I'm doing this now for my daughter. Before I was doing it for other reasons, but now I'm doing this for my daughter because I want my daughter to look up to me as a role model. And I want her to build confidence and be secure in her body and to understand how important it is to actually be active and healthy. And I think that that's a beautiful, beautiful motivating factor for her to want to do this because of her daughter. So if you are starting any journey, like I said, you need to figure out and identify what your goals are exactly, and to figure out what is your big motivation factor. And this is really going to help you because it's going to keep reminding you of why you do it. One of my favorite quotes is, when you feel like quitting, think about why you started. There's been so many times in my life where I was like, girl, I'm ready to quit. I'm ready to throw in the towel. I was ready to quit this business too, because as an entrepreneur, it's hard. But I had to remind myself of why I started this, why God led me and brought me this far, like why I'm here, what my purpose of doing this, and that became so important for me. So that is my reminder every day to just keep going. So you need that too whenever you're starting your fitness and health journey. Okay. Now, my second point here is to find some anchors in your life that's going to help you stay motivated throughout your journey. So when I talk about anchors, I'm talking about something that is pretty much physical in your environment, something that you can either see, you can touch, feel, or you can even hear, listen to, right? Or maybe even smell, right? All your senses, right? Think about all those things. So, for example, I have another client who I asked her to identify some anchors for herself to keep her reminded of her, her journey. And one of her anchors is the song Just Fine by Mary J. Blige. Just fine, 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 fine. Hey. That's my song too. But she loves that song, and that song gets her on the go. Every time she hears that song, it motivates her to get up and work out, to be active, to do what she needs to do so she can stay focused and she can continue to be consistent in her journey. Because sometimes we tend to slack, right? We tend to slack and we get lazy and we lose the motivation. But her anchor is that song. And every time she feels like she's slacking or she's losing that little bit of motivation, she listens to it, she plays it, and it gets her right back on track. So I always recommend people to find little anchors that are going to constantly remind them of their why, right? And then I have another client, the one that I was talking about before, the one whose motivation is her daughter. One of her anchors is Ashanti's body. Okay, y'all know the singer Ashanti, and we all know Ashanti's body is body goals. Okay, so it's got the perfect body. All right. So my client literally got creative one day, and she printed out a picture of Ashanti's body. She cut it out, and she also cut out a picture of her face. My client actually cut out a picture of her own face and posted it on the picture of Ashanti's body. So she hung it up on her mirror, and every day she sees that, and she's constantly reminded of her why. So I think that you just need to get a little creative, even if you don't feel like you need to get creative, but just finding little anchors to remind you of your why. It can be maybe like some post-it notes stick around your mirror or your walls with positive affirmations, or maybe like something that you smell, or like a piece of jewelry, something. It doesn't matter what your anchor is, as long as it is reminding you of your why you're doing this, right? Because that's so important. Okay, so I hope that you find those anchors for yourself. Now, a third point that I think is super important, especially in this journey, because people will make 101 excuses not to work out. Now, what I'm about to tell you is something that is very simple, right? But it can be very hard for some people to do. So, this next point I'm going to share with you is to clear the clutter. Clear the clutter, clear the clutter. Okay. And when I say clear the clutter, it can be in your physical environment or it can be in your schedule. Listen, it could just be in your life. It could be even your mental. If you are filled with clutter, you're not going to be motivated to do anything, right? If my room is a hot mess and I have everything all around it, I'm not going to be organized. I'm not going to feel organized. I'm not going to feel productive. I'm probably going to stay in my bed, be lazy, and watch TV and keep stalling and saying, oh, I'll clean up tomorrow. Oh, I'll clean up the next day. And when there's a mess, I feel a mess. I feel like an internal mess. When I have a big mess going on in my apartment, I feel like an internal mess and a hot mess. And I don't like that feeling. I don't know about y'all, but for me, I don't like it. Right. So you need to clear the clutter out of your life. So if your schedule is all over the place, right, and it's causing you to make excuses to feel like you don't have enough time to get up and work out, then you need to set that time. You need to rearrange your schedule. You need to prioritize. Prioritizing is so important as well. And prioritizing actually helps you to set up some conditions in your life for success. Whenever you're starting a journey, right, you always want to be successful at that. I don't know why anybody would want to start a new journey and want to fail. I don't get that. But you know what I'm saying? So if you really are serious about starting this fitness and health journey, you have to start setting yourself up for success, which means you have to start clearing that clutter. You can't make time for workouts if you're all over the place. There's no balance in your life, right? How can you work out at home when you have so much things all over the floor? You have no space, right? So you have to clear that clutter. And when you have so many thoughts racing through your mind 24/7, you're not going to be focused. You're not going to be focused. There's not going to be anything registering and clicking off me to say, get up and work out because you're thinking about so many other things. See, when you want to really start a journey like this and become successful and maximize those results, you have to be focused, you have to be disciplined, you have to be consistent, and you also have to be motivated. So, in order for you to have all those four ingredients to maximize your results, to see results, you have to clear the clutter. Okay, that is so important. Clearing the clutter. All right, clearing the clutter. And my last point, are you ready? Simple. Hire a professional. Hire a professional trainer, coach, someone who is certified, has the qualifications and the experience and the education to guide you during this journey. Some people choose to do it alone, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when you don't know correct form and correct movement, you don't know which foods to stay away from, and all these things, and you're having a struggle with it, or there's confusion between what you need to eat or what you need to do in order to lose the belly fat or to gain more muscle strength, whatever the case may be, it is always best to hire a professional. Always best. And really, when you're hiring them, you're investing in yourself. So when people think about training, personal training, they're like, dang, it's a lot of money. But you got to think about what goes into it, right? Some personal trainers, they really care so much about their clients. They want their clients to succeed. So that's why they come at you hard. They go hard. I know I do. So I don't just train my clients. I actually talk one-on-one with them. We have health coaching sessions. So once a client purchases a package from me, personal training package, they also are getting weekly one-on-one health coaching sessions with me. They are sending me their meal journals every day. I am checking what they're eating, right? I'm also giving them weekly assignments, workout plans to follow along with. I'm doing a lot of work on my end as well, right? So that's why hiring a trainer may be costly, but it will be effective. So you have to start thinking of it as an investment for you. It's not that you're paying me and I'm living lavishly. No, honey, you're investing in your health journey. You're investing in your fitness journey. And this is important for you. If you want to look good and you want to feel good and you want to build confidence and you want to build strength, right? And you want to live a little bit longer, honey, live a longer life, right? And you want to be able to run around with your children when you're 40 and you're 50, right? Then I advise you to get started on this journey by hiring a trainer, a professional trainer, not someone you've seen at the gym who looks good when they work out. I ain't talking about these fitness models out here. I'm talking about people who have the experience and the qualifications to do so, okay? Because we will not steer you in the wrong direction. All right. Okay. And even if right now you don't have the finances to afford one and you want to just do it on your own, I recommend you to do as much research as you can as possible. Educate yourself on different movements, different exercises and workouts. Educate yourself on different recipes, different foods to try and what to avoid, or the diet programs. I don't like really using the term diet because diet is just like so unnecessary. I always think that people should just go based on what their body tells them to go based on. And diets don't work for everybody. But that's another conversation at later time. Okay, we want to focus on these main points that are going to help you to start your fitness and health journey and to make sure that you succeed throughout this journey. So, those are all the points that I wanted to give to you. So let's just run back through it real quick and just review and highlight. So the first point was to identify your goals and figure out what your big motivation is, your big why, right? That is the first point. Identify your goals and figure out your big why. The second point, the second bullet is finding anchors to connect to remind you of your why, right? You want to stay motivated throughout your journey. So using those anchors will be very important. The third bullet point is clearing the clutter, right? So that's going to help you to set yourself up for a successful journey. So once you clear that clutter, you'll be free from all that. You'll be more focused, you'll be more disciplined, you'll be more alert. Okay, you need that. That is so important, especially in those moments when you don't want to get up and actually hit the gym. Girl, look at that anchor or hear that anchor or touch that anchor, right? And clear out that clutter out your life so that way you can actually get up and go and be motivated, okay? And then the last bullet point I said was to hire a professional, right? Hire a professional because this will be a big investment for you. And this will help you to succeed even more in your journey, okay? If it's just you, not saying that it's not possible for you to reach those goals, but if you have a professional coach on your side, holding you accountable, pushing you, motivating you, giving you the right resources, the tools, and the action steps necessary, it'll actually help you to achieve your goals a little bit faster. Because when you do it alone, it's like a little bit hard, but when you do it with someone, it gets a little bit easier and it takes off a lot off your hands. But also, I want you to know that when you do hire a personal trainer, for those of you who expect us trainers to do all the work, let me just throw that out there real quick. We ain't doing all the work. It's ultimately up to you as the client. When you invest in something like fitness training or health coaching, it's really up to you, right? I'm doing my part by giving you the action steps, by giving you the resources, by giving you the guidance and the tools to help you to succeed. But ultimately, it's up to you. Because as your coach, I'm not with you 24/7, right? You're with yourself 24/7. You know what you're doing, you know your habits, you know what needs to change, right? So when you are going at it alone, it becomes a little bit harder. But when you have someone there on your side holding you accountable, it can be a little bit easier. So don't just always blame it on the coach. You got to look at yourself and what your habits are. And that's important too. And I would love to dig a little deeper in that, but I'm going to save that for another video for you guys to tune into. But habits are so important. You need to change those habits and also change your environment. If you feel that you are ready to succeed in the fitness and health journey and really go at it, you can't do the same things that you were doing before. You just can't do it, right? You got to change those habits and change the environment and maybe change the people that you're surrounded with. If people that you're surrounded with are not on the same lifestyle as you or on the same wave as you, that may deter you to even go further in your journey, and that may cause you to self-sabotage. So, listen, I can preach and go on about that, but like I said, I'm going to save that for another time. But I hope that you guys were taking notes because those points are so important and they will be so essential to you for your new fitness and health journey. And if you have any questions about anything regarding fitness and health and you need a little bit more guidance, then please feel free to go to my website, which is brooklynmuscle.com, okay, and schedule a free 15-minute consultation with me. Okay, we are going to talk about what your goals are and how I, as your potential coach, can help you to stay motivated and to get started on your fitness and health journey today. So if you're serious and you are ready to commit, then don't wait any longer. Go ahead and schedule that consultation with me so we can get started on your fitness and health goals today, and we can get crushing. We can crush them goals, girl. We can crush them. Disclaimer, I do not train men. I only train women. I'm sorry, guys. No, no disrespect to y'all, but I had to switch it up. I've had some experience training with men and it just was not, it was just not, no, it wasn't. Woo, it was not good. I've had men pay me for training sessions to see if they can get a day out of me. So since then, I said, no, I'm not doing this no more. I'm just not doing it no more. So I slowly focus on training women only. So if you are a woman and you're looking for a personal trainer, a fitness and health coach, then definitely schedule that consultation with me and we'll get started very soon. Fellas, if you have a wife or a girlfriend or a sister, a mother, a friend, a female friend who is seeking a personal trainer, then please tell them to go ahead and go on my website and schedule a consultation with me too. And feel free to share this video with everybody that you know, so that way they can get started on their journey as well. So I am done with this video. That concludes my points and what I wanted to talk about. I love you all. I hope you guys stay blessed. Remember, whenever you think about quitting, whenever you feel like quitting, think about why you started. All right. That is going to be so important. So I'm wishing you all well and a successful fitness and health journey. I love y'all. Be safe. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.